and e-market. They will tell you they don't have Naira. Well, guess what? They will instantly introduce you to an Abuki that is standby in the bank that will change money for you. And you come here and tell me speculator or no speculator. But when they so English lens so when we are ready for the right thing, this market is not accessible. That 700 now wash. Nobody can get dollar at that rate. You still have to go to the black market. So who is accessing dollar at 700? How is it playing at that rate? After you said it's an open market. So why are people selling it outside higher than what you are selling it? The difference between the market is close to 200 naira. It make sense now. Are you telling me that there's still arbitrage going on? People are carrying money and giving black marketers? Because then so makes sense. And CBN governor came and is speaking black dash. If you know what you are saying, after what he said, finish. After you put on the stage, you have listened to what they have said. What is the solution than still pegging the Naira and defending it? And you come and tell me cost of production of fuel is 43 Naira. Are we producing fuel in Nigeria? $43. Are we producing fuel in Nigeria? We are importing fuel. Marketers are complaining that are getting dollars at 900, 950. And these marketers should have access to the I and E markets. Why are they buying fuel at 950, 900? They will now bring it back to the country, landing cost. How much do they sell it if it's not 750? So what are you telling me about cost of production of crude oil and how does that correlate to what's my business in this? It is your job. They just told us today now that they have shut down Forcados, 450,000 barrels. So is it me that went to Forcados and busted it? Me that I'm doing my business in Lagos. When would they talk where make sense, I beg? This all what Tinubu they talk right now is not making sense. It is not making sense. If you are going to peg the Naira, peg it. Don't be telling me policy documents. You have not even implemented anything in the policy document. In the policy document, they said dollar is supposed to fall between 500 to 600. This thing is going higher. Inflation is climbing. How do you want to correct it? Who is in charge of our finances? Nobody. And you are giving me bobo here, giving bobo juice. You hear what he said. What did the man say that is special about it? What has he said that is new? Senator, please carry on. Say what you want to say.
Your opinion will not change the fact, white bed. Your opinion can.
Mr. Victor, so having said all of these things you have said, Mr. Victor, you know what usually strikes me, especially when you're contributing to issues like this, you leave the place of empathy completely and make it seem like
there is no empathy in finance.
Okay. I will tell you how empathy entered the finance of Saudi Arabia. You were not here when I mentioned it earlier. When they figured out that cost of energy would rise locally, they knew Russia was going to sanction. So they went to Russia and picked crude per barrel at $40 when the market was pricing it at 90 something and 80 something naira. They refined those crude and they sold in that line of costing for their people. So that way, they have been able to mitigate the concerns around rising fuel price in Saudi Arabia as we speak. Now, if you say there is no empathy in finance, it means you don't know that there is a part of finance that we call behavioral finance, which factors in a lot of human traits. And you know, when we speak to these things, you know, I posted something, you came for me, you said, is it like I don't know that we have operators and we have JV? Mr. Victor, I know. I used 2 years to learn that thing before I started working actively on it. But a year to learn that before I started working actively on it. And one thing you need to know, sir, I can be playing, when we are playing, you know, the kind of dance we do. But when it gets to this kind of point, we are no longer playing. You see white bed already. If it was to be somewhere with you, I would probably have off that is white top, yellow top, and start dragging you with it. Maybe we tie it around your leg and be dragging you if you can. But the point is, this thing, that's what the Yorubas will say.
At the end of the day, you people will enter street and go and take your government back. The man will not turn himself to the money that is not there.
Allah Senator to finish. Allah Senator to finish. Yeah.
What is Nigeria? What place?
No.
You stay in a foreign country, you are talking nonsense. Come to Nigeria.
Shut up! Shut the fuck I leave America, that's my choice.
Senator, please
And
carry
stop
on.
saying rubbish there.
Me and
Mute your
Yabine.
mic.
Are you crazy? Ni? Your mother
Senator,
don't pass
carry on.
on it. Close here.
This is wait. Senator, please carry on.
So now the major thing really is in terms of these efforts we are talking about. You know, Wabel, you know, I have been shouting it long ago. We even had a chat about it one time. Even when you are intervening in that market, the people in your class, the people you went to beat when you emerged as president, they know how their officers are going about any intervention that even the CBN is intervening. They know how they are undermining it. That I don't get involved in a dogfight. It's not my business. You know your friends that are doing it. Eh? Take their banking license. Let's start from there. Nationalize their bank. Let's start from there. Pay the shareholders, the minority shareholders away. Nationalize their bank and run it. If you show them that threat, they will have sense. Immediately you tell them you want to nationalize their bank, don't give them the room to come and sell their own portion of their stock in the market. Because most of them have up to 60, 50% of those stocks, 70%. Don't give them the room to sell their stock. Talk to NSC. I am saying this not because I am stupid and I don't know that this might have adverse effect on the economy. But at times, you sacrifice some things for the greater good. I was talking on a space. It was like Mr. Victor as well. Was it him or one person was attacking me that day? And I said, hey, in this market today, I observed more than $50 million move one way or the other. I won't tell you how it moves. When the DSS are ready to pick the people that are moving it, they should come and pick me first. And we will point to people that are moving it, and we will show evidence of where they move it to. These things are common, these things. But people will say, why are you saying this? Why are you saying this? I am tired of having people suffer by the roadside. More than 15% of our consumables in our inflation basket today are imported. When you play rubbish with the Naira, parallel market rate non-low, you ruin the life of people. People have businesses that they can no longer do. People have lifestyle that was below poverty line before that they can no longer maintain. And that's why I find it completely difficult when I figure out that Mr. Victor actually comes to Nigeria very well. Right? And when you come to Nigeria very well and you see what's obtainable on the streets of Nigeria, I wouldn't expect that you do not have some level of empathy to your conversation. See, that man that spoke today, what he's telling us is that they will defend Naira. Anybody who has an iota of knowledge about how the system works, we know that you cannot completely float the Naira. I have said it so many times. What I just don't agree with having so many windows, where you now have this window SMIS, this one, they used to have NAFX, NAFIX, this, that. You know what they will now do? They will now be using different windows to settle their friends. The people in the banking supervision unit of the CBN, they need to go to jail. And I'm not saying this literally. My names are everywhere. They need to go to jail. That's where the jail will start from. Because those guys are the ordinary people that are entrusted with providing oversight for the Nigerian banking system. Abi, they are the ones that issues directive. They are the ones that issues memo. They are the ones that the governor will direct to do this. They will direct them to do that. Immediately they get there, they are not auditing anything. They are not checking anything. They just sit down. Whatever they do with the banker is their business, but they don't check anything. Because if you check anything, you will see trail everywhere. Oh, for mem, we raise for mem, so that you can get export as proceed. This, because you want to import something. You get from mem. The first set of people got it at official rate. When they got that official rate, when they got their